Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teachers Noob. Today I have with me Foxy and Steph Nerd.
What's up? Hello.
And today we're wrapping up our Marvel Alternaverse coverage with the infamous, the most, one of the most reviled books ever, Ruins. The Warren Ellis, that should tell you nothing right there, his deconstructing of Marvels, where basically anything that can go wrong will go wrong, and everyone's a bastard.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You ready?
Yes.
Yep. Book 1, Man on Fire. For every kiss, a bullet in the face. For every action, a reaction. For every event, there exists in potential a mirror event, an exactly opposite possibility. If the world you know is one of Marvel's, where heroic women walk invisibly through horror and men of fire ride the upper reaches of the air, that only a misstep or stopped heartbeat away is a world of ruins. So we open up right away with Phil Sheldon. He's the photographer from Marvel's.
Oh yeah.
The old man that watched so many other events.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is his version, the version of him in this universe.
Oh, okay.
The Patriot missile begs up the National Guard mobile launch pad and blurs upward hungrily. It slams into the Avengers Quinjet amidship the chilly drizzle. So basically, a bunch of Avengers just got nuked. My name is Philip Sheldon, and I'm writing this because it's all gone wrong. My friends and family think I'm nuts. I've given up my photog job at the Daily Bugle for this. Consider this. Anthony Stark, genius engineer and millionaire, industrious, California's favorite son, all set a few years back to visit Vietnam, use his marvelous mind to end the war. The president sent the National Guard into California to suppress dissent and secessionism. Stark, trying to mediate, got clipped by shrapnel from a National Guard grenade. Oh, Stark put that marvelous mind to work, all right. He saved himself with his technology, became the man in the iron mask to the newspaper. And then he joined with the other Californian scientists like Pym, the gurus, and the gurus like Stephen Strange to form a revolutionary cell. The Avengers, they were revolutionary heroes out of their wildest dream. So in other words, in this case, the Avengers were revolutionaries.
Huh.
And they just got nuked for fighting against the government.
That's crazy. And that is a pretty cool concept, though. Having
that's just one.
Instead, yeah.
That's just part of it. That's why I'm on the road. All through this decade, people have been touched by the paranormal. Their stories must hold clues as to what should have happened. How did it all go so horribly wrong? The bar reeks of. It goes into a bar, something soft, or orange juice, maybe. OJ, we got. Fine, thanks. And buy me a drink. All right, drink, or I'll kill ya. You don't want to take any notice of old Canuck here. He's just cranky. Just cranky, ain't you, old guy? Got some kind of gross bone disease. And show the nice customer your hand, Canuck. Come on, Canuck, don't cry. Promise I give you a drink for that, did I? Small one. Bobby Seale, Huey P. Newton, and T'Challa des Wakandas of the Black Panther Party at San Francisco City Jail. Clint Barton, executed on Hyton Street by a California military advisor. Anthony Stark in South Central Los Angeles. Ex-Avenger Wanda Maximoff Lenshier turned state evidence in return for immunity at the Department of Justice. Nevada. The government placed the Cree Reservation here quite deliberately. Smack dab in a nuclear test zone. It's both punishment and a reminder to his once proud warrior species. None of the children know why they're here. So yeah, basically the Cree are there like an Indian reservation.
That's kind of crazy.
Oh, yep, and they're all checked up there. He's meeting up there with Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Mr. Sheldon, please be seated. I'm Marvel, interlocutor to the Interred and Cree Liberation Force. I understand you wish an interview. Why did you invade? Well, I'm writing a book, or planning to, and I don't have a lot of time in a lot of ways. And why did your invasion of Earth fail? 3 years ago, the KLF was directed by the Cree Supreme Intelligence to liberate this world from its government and yoke it to our authority. I remember the singing of the strike cadre lifted off, and at the strike cadre lifted off from blah, blah. As they're heading over there, though, well, I don't need to go over the stringent details here.
Yeah, I get you.
But they're heading over there. Something disrupt them. It's the surfer. Turns out the surfer suffered from space sense sickness and decided he got mad. Wanted to know what it was like to breathe again. So he ripped open his chest so his lungs would feel the atmosphere and died of shock. Unfortunately, all of his cosmic radiation threw them off, which then led the Kree to be open to be shot by a nuke. Yeah, which brought them down.
Okay.
Your mercy. We were placed here, the site of your early nuclear experiments. Your species had a sense of humor. We were denied our surviving medicine. If you removed our helmets, Mr. Sheldon, you could smell my bones rotting. One child out of 8 is born alive. The soldiers refuse to carry out our dead. We have to burn them in piles. We all have cancer. On my world, Mr. Sheldon, I was considered very much a dissident. I argued against your liberation. I stood for your self-determination. And now I'm broken. This concentration camp will be empty in 30 years. And none of my people will listen when I tell them what I know and that I know I was wrong. Get out! Stories by Ben Urich, photos by Gwen Stacy. We see President Professor Xavier. Yep.
All right, that's a glow up.
Yeah, trust me, it's not good.
Yeah,
Washington,
I believe it.
As it was swallowed back by its state. Now that the White House is gone, I hate this city. It's here that the American dream decided it liked the taste of the vomit it was choking on. People are starting to notice you, Sheldon. Colonel Fury, good of you to find the time to meet me. Use my name in public again, I'll put a bullet in your head. You're making quite a stir. Been spotted in the 2 most security-sensitive areas in the country. Jean-Paul Alice, and Paris Foray, blah blah. And then you write to me. I tell you, if we didn't know you were dying, we'd have had you locked up in California. How did you know? Not much gets past the agency. Still don't know why you're wasting your twilight days on this cross-country thing, but how about this rain, huh? I'm writing a book. A book? That's right. You stay down there. Now, here's this. I'm clean. I ain't seen Captain America since the big war, and I proved I got no connection with the Avengers. You don't understand. I'm not a political writer. It's them I'm writing about, the different ones. I contacted you because you knew Captain America. I ain't seen Captain America in a long, long time. You ever get the feeling it's all gone wrong, Sheldon? Like maybe all this weird sick stuff that happened should really be something wonderful? You see, the book, I might call it Marvel, communicate my feeling that the world took a wrong turn, interviewing people who witnessed weird phenomena and gives me the clues that, bang, shot someone behind him. Well, I don't get that feeling. I don't get that feeling. I kind of like things the way they are. I don't feel guilty about not making an effort to understand the world. Like these dogs got rabies. Do I care why? No. Easy. You're in for a lot of pain, Sheldon. Oh, I ain't gonna stop you interviewing folks for your book. Me and the guys at the agency would like reading something like that. In fact, I'll give you an anecdote. Back in the war, it was America introduced me to eating human meat.
What the fuck?
Excuse me, my name's Gene. I'll do it better than anyone for $20. Nice clothes, not cheap. How old are you, Gene? And Gene, old as you need. Doubt that. Bang, 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 bang. Pain. The country's mutating. It ain't really reached New York yet, but you gotta be a mutant to survive what's coming. X knows, I tell ya. Are you a mutant, Colonel Fury? Sure. Moral mutant. I gotta take a short nap now. You remember, I'm clean. We killed America with a Patriot missile last week.
Damn.
God and Galactus found dead in space.
That's what the hell, though. Literally,
Art
God
Star
found dead in
Enchantress. Did she kill producer with magic? Chicago, Illinois. A woman answered the boarding house door. A gray baby in her arms. The baby had a fistula in its chest. For $1, said the woman, I'd be allowed to hear the fistula say, "Oh, our Lord is dead. Don't forget, my baby's name," she screamed as I edged past and upstairs. "He'll be the Messiah one day." Damien Hellstorm won't forget. Damien Hellstorm. Mr. Jones,
shit.
are you in? Rick Jones ain't in. Bug off. I'm Phil Sheldon from New York. You wrote me. I'm Rick Jones. Get in. Come on in. Here's my piece. Marlo. She's cool. Marlo, say hello to the man, you cheap slut. Piss off, shit, spit bag. I'm going to ignore that because we got a guest. You scab. Don't make me put a hand to you. You wrote to me about something that happened in Arizona? Some kind of conspiracy? Yeah, I wrote Allah and all you journalist guys. Want the story told before the CIA finally get me. Excuse me, got liquid morphine in my flask here for the pain. Arizona, me with a head, I know, me with a head full of Karak on the road. Huge patch of desert with nothing happening on it, except I remember seeing this big water tower out there alone in the back end of nowhere. Sat down with my guitar, made like Woody and Guthrie under a sky gone tense, like before a thunderstorm. I remember I was just thinking about pasting a sign to my guitar like Woody Guthrie did. He said, "This machine kills fascists." Then I heard the bike. This doctor in his white coat and everything was ripping towards me. The guy was waving and screaming and shouting. All I could hear was test and trench. Well, I knew there was a trench. What he's going to think? I was going to fall in? I was definitely going to hit the guy. Some establishment Nazi coming to tell me I couldn't sit here. Jeez. Then the water tower started to spark. Well, I was going to punch the puss out of Goebbels here. Except there was panic in his eyes. He's screaming at me, "It's a bomb!" And I realized he's trying to save me. And I called him a Nazi at all. And all I could think of was that stupid sign of Woody Guthrie's guitar. This machine kills fascists. But it didn't kill him. Not really. It hurt to look at him. His skin went black and dry. It cracked and light shone out of him like he was all meat. It was on fire. Then he started to swell. And then the tumors broke him open.
Toxic Avenger?
Nope, just... Then he mutated into a mass of this cancer. He was still alive, man. I could see it.
Geez.
They keep him in a vault under a lake now. Codename Hulk, man. You asked the CIA. He was still alive, man. Still alive. Bull! You're just a stupid junkie talking a bunch of stupid junkie spit. You cheap slut! I warned you! I'm gonna break every bone in your cheap smack head! Face you! It's a junkie's tale, I agree. But liquid morphine is not a junkie's drink. Liquid morphine is used to blow out the pain of cancer. The air is no freer of death outside the place. I could do without the urban soundtrack, splintering bone and damp screams inside and upstairs, stifled pops of gunfire over by the riverfront. Something howls like a wolf on a high roof, then coughing like a man with lung damage. Snow used to leave things looking clean. Someone once told me Chicago snow was screen capping. He tripped over the Punisher!
Oh, shit. Damn. He tripped over him?
He's dead. I don't want to die. Death is so close, so loaded in my veins and tissues I can almost taste it. The heaviest snow I've known. Death is everywhere. It's falling on us all. Let me find an answer before I go. Let me show them all how this happened. Please don't let me die in this place. See what I mean already? How bad this is?
Right.
Yeah.
It is kind of crazy. I am interested, though. I will give them that. It's not
it's gonna
like
get
it's
worse.
a great thing, but it is still kind of an interesting concept to start off.
Mm-hmm. Now this one's gonna have a change of artists at one point.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yep. There's
Okay.
Valkyrie.
Oh, fucking damn. Let's
I
go.
love that.
That's Steph with braids on a horse.
My God, did you see that out there? I'm Phil Sheldon, and I'm searching the weird. Excuse me, hello? Miss Darkholm, was it? Mystique, in other words. Oh! Oh, Men in Black boarded the plane following the emergency landing. They took Miss Darkholm away. They said they called her a shapeshifter and said that being so many people in a short space of time gave her multiple personality disorder. They said the pills would have stopped her blade from imploding if she remembered to take them.
That's crazy.
That is fucking crazy. She looks insane right there, though. It's like a snail trying to creep out of her face.
Yep.
The artwork is much crazier, though.
Yep. But then they go up there, and then here I am, blowing my twilight years researching a book on the way things change. The way the paranormal stuff that's been happening since '61 has always gone wrong. The government guy shoves that hippie, and I hear the sound of breaking glass and metal from over here. It's Magneto!
Damn, though.
Yeah, he does a photo stop. Like, afterward, the specialist tells me the weird machinery around the hippie wasn't a bomb, but some homemade degaussing kit to suppress magnetic fields. The idiot smashed it when he shoved the hippie out of the way, and now he's screaming like a baby in the irons. So basically, it was trying to hold him back, but everything, even fillings, get yanked out.
Right, that is crazy.
Yep, all this stuff happened and just boom.
What the fuck, dude?
The days move quickly. I think I'm in Texas. We don't usually allow journalists access, Mr. Sheldon, but I have fond memories of your work for when I lived in New York. Reckon you and get some right fine photographs for the Bugle here, particularly here on the shock corridor, eh? Wake up, you bunch of mothers. And this here's the summer boy. Incinerated his family with his eyes. Had to blind the boy to get them eye beams under control. Didn't we, boy? Had to blind you. It's Kingpin!
Oh, shit.
Like, is the president here? Here? The boy don't remember too good. No. Shock corridor. There's a little joke. You see, there's something in here to shock everyone, Mr. Sheldon. The wretched, the hungry, the mutant, the cannibals, the bastards. The weird, Mr. Sheldon, the weird. Take little Kitty here. She does the intangible thing. Fantastic to see. The last time she tried to escape, she got solid again in the door. Lost 3 feet of intestine.
Jesus.
Why did the boy think the president was coming? Oh, Professor X comes down to visit sometimes. Sometimes he just sits here in his chair and stares at them. Kind of sad. Other time, Lordly, the things he says to them, leaving them all sobbing and throwing up. One time, remember, he dropped his pants and screamed at all of them, "You all came from this!" Fantastic. Oh, no.
Really? I'm sorry. That's fucking terrible. You all came from this.
I mean, at least in Has-Been Hotel, when you had freaking Adam from the Bible saying that, like, you all came from these nuts, at least that case you're saying, 1, he's full of himself, and 2, he's technically right.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the same for X. It's not the same, dog.
Like, that's for Quickie's own good, Mr. Sheldon. Don't go feeling sorry for him. Warden Fisk, why are you keeping these paranormals here? Because that's what I've been told to do. Because that's the way it is. The president, you see, he knows. He keeps it this way. It's the way he wants it. All locked up quietly. You heard about it. You heard about this place in rumors. I know. Rumors don't hurt anything, Mr. Sheldon. Now let's go and collect your camera and see you on your way. The president said I should extend you every courtesy, after all. He didn't want you to bring no proof out, but he said he wanted to grant a dying man his last request.
Oh, shit.
Yep, now he's thinking about himself with his young girl there and everything, just showing a nice moment to keep him moving. All right. Oh, there's Thor. Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then Emma Frost with a bunch of children she adopted.
Fucking giving.
Now this is where we change the artist now. The artist has changed now entirely.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, what the hell happened? Why does it look like a child started drawing these, though?
Not sure, but look what Johnny Blazin did.
Oh, shit. Well, that definitely looks like a child that drew Johnny Blaze. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's that, dude. I'm sorry.
I think the other artist either couldn't finish or something.
Yeah, because that's terrible.
I think it looks like the other artist is a tattooer at heart.
And this guy is a child.
No, heart. I mean this guy right
Oh,
here.
maybe. Yeah, maybe you're
right.
on
I thought I might find
Maybe
a single
right
mistake, a single accident that led it all, and I didn't. Maybe we're just living in the world of Murphy's Law. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong without explanation. It can't explain it. The best I can do is show people what things could have been like. Best I could do is get some sleep to make sure I'm still alive to write the goddamn book. I'm so tired, and the worst bit is still to come. And then he dreams of the proper Marvel Universe.
It looks like Stanley.
Oh, geez. Oklahoma. Militiamen taken into custody by police following reports of threatening behavior. Unashamed fascist. Monroe, right. Hitler was a great man with cannibal leaning, particularly in Creed, meaning that's Creed, that's Sabretooth. Bucky Barnes Center just spewed out sexual obscenities until sedated. And then we see Ben Grimm. All right, Mr. Sheldon, you got me. I'm Ben Grimm. You want the story? Get comfortable. Cigarette? And basically, this is what we find out. Now, I will say this. It does work here since we're seeing better times here.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'll work would have worked when we were looking at the better times.
Nah, I don't think it works even then because it's
well, that's true. But I'm just saying between the two.
Yeah, definitely. I'll give you that.
But yeah, so we find out that Reed was going up there, but then Ben said no, he wasn't going to do it.
Oh, hey, if you can hear us, we just lost your audio. We cannot hear you.
Hello?
There it is. We got you.
Where are you looking at?
Fuck. Like literally, yeah, like right there, right before I said
that Doom that instead of Ben, Doom went up with them.
Exactly.
And it was a disaster.
Okay.
Oh wow.
There's Sue, everyone, and yeah, they all died. I can't help thinking it would have been different if I'd flown her. Can't help it. Marvels. A green man, a body that stretched like rubber before rigor mortis set in. Silver spacemen and invisible women. Marvels. That's what I'll call the book. I have all the notes, all the interviews. I can write the book, and please God, I can write it quickly. I wish I had time to really craft a book, make the clearest and best possible case of why the world went wrong. That weasel kid Parker stole that time from me. So hot today. Ran into pills on the train back. Had to stop at the pharmacist later. Parker. Peter Parker. So hot. I hate New York. Stop for a minute. Parker. I always hated him. Weaselly kid. Had to be Parker, didn't it? Lousy photographer. Worked freelance for the Bugle. Paying for his college tuition and keeping that poisonous old aunt of his. A science major, know-it-all weasel. Kid messed up a college experiment. Got bit by a spider he'd irradiated. Got infected. Rattled with a raging mutant virus. Got infectious. Visited the Bugle office before his rash showed. Contagious little weasel.
Oh my god.
And that's it.
Damn.
Wow.
That's it. That's how it ends.
That's how it ends. He dies. He never finished it. And all of his notes.
Oh my god. Never finishes the book. Everything.
And all of his notes are gone.
What a terrible fucking book.
I told you.
Like,
I told you.
It
this
wasn't
is the worst thing we've ever gone over, wasn't it?
Yeah, like, but it wasn't that bad at the start, and then it just got stupidly stupid.
Yeah,
it just went right off in the stupid. But you knew this was where it was going to head, though.
Yeah, but it's still a full-on fucking failure.
There's a reason why people hate this.
Right.
It is one of the worst things I ever read.
Right, I can agree with that. That was fucking awful.
And I'm not even just talking about forget the artwork. I'm just saying from a writing standpoint.
Right. That was fucking terrible.
It is beyond mean-spirited.
Yeah, the story was just awful.
Yeah, it's just like a kind of way to point fingers at stuff, but not actually finish anything. Like, not actually finish your fucking thought about that thing.
It was like, this terrible thing happened. Now look at all these dead people.
Right. And you got people tripping over dead bodies. You got people talking about cannibalism shit. Like,
Captain America was into cannibalism.
Right. Everybody's just dead and failed.
Like I don't mind changing, a main character's story, but like this was just not the way to do it.
This is beyond mean-spirited. Beyond mean-spirited.
It was,
right.
Yeah.
This was intentional. For sure intentional.
Is there any wonder why this Alternaverse failed?
No. If they had gone the direction of that Punisher book and just kept it pushing like that, they would have been okay. But no, they fucked it all up.
After the last Avenger story and then this abomination.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fucking terrible. I
And
thought
again,
it was gonna
yeah.
turn around a little bit, but
Nope.
it just stayed worse and just worse and worse.
And then it ends on this horrible note.
Oh my god,
That's
yeah.
bad.
I mean,
That
okay,
is
the explanation that it was Peter causing his death, okay, that makes sense. But then he just like, ugh.
But exactly, for it to just happen right then and there.
I mean, we knew he was dying, but at the very least, he couldn't just somehow get, like, you know what would have been better? And I hate to say this would have been better. He actually does the book, and no one believes it.
Yeah.
Right. Or he at least finishes the book. You know?
Maybe doesn't even send it off. Maybe you haven't finished it, but it doesn't get sent off to the publisher or something.
Right. Something, but at least have it be a completed thing. Like
But here he was ready to do it now, and then
and fucking croaks.
and the
like,
fact
for
that he was
absolutely
continuing
no
on,
reason.
and the fact is he said, ran out of pills. I'll go to the pharmacist later. Bitch, you should have done that right away.
Exactly. You should have done it the second it happened.
You should have gotten more before you ran out.
That's what I'm saying. You should have went right away.
Yeah, it's like, and again, it's just, what the hell? This was the only
that
good
was
artwork.
terrible.
This was the only good page of the other artists.
No, this whole
I
thing
don't
looks
even
like trash.
this page.
It
I'm saying
literally-
out of all the others, though, I
the
said
eyes are in the wrong spots. Like the noses are
legs.
fucked up. Like I'm sorry, but damn, yeah, the whole thing was terrible.
yeah. But again, we went from this.
Right. This is like some of this was beautiful. Like, yeah, some
Yeah,
of
it
it was
was.
muddy, just like the others, but some of it was actually really good fucking work.
The detail, even
Yes.
though
Yeah.
it was like kind of ghostly.
Like Mystique
Right.
here.
The detail
Right.
was amazing. Like, I freaking.
But again,
loved
it's
that.
still horrible. Like this happening to her. It's like, what the
Right.
hell?
Right.
And again, just like Phil,
Beautifully
she
done.
forgot to take
Yeah.
her pills.
But
Yeah.
no, I think you just touched it though. It's like a ghostly thing. It's almost like everything's on this ghostly plane,
Right.
like you would see in other fucking media, and then
Mhm.
it's also mixed with like horror.
It's
But
Oh,
the
yeah.
detail is insane.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then
like
it goes
this
to
other
this
lip
other
here.
thing where it's just like a child, fucking toddler, was throwing colors at the fucking page.
It reminded
Yeah, but again, the
me
fact is
of-
that much like Phil, she forgot to take her pill. It's like, why? Why?
Right. If you all know you're fucking dying, take your fucking medicines.
It reminded me of the Supernatural episode where there's the shapeshifters.
Yes.
And they do it in such a way where when they shift, they shed their skin.
Yeah.
And it's gruesome,
Yeah.
but it's all like so really cool done.
Right.
And that's what this artist gave me. It gave me that amazing awfulness.
Right.
Yeah,
And then it
geez.
switches over to this other
But the
bullshit.
story just sucked.
Again, it is beyond mean-spirited. It is beyond mean-spirited. I mean,
For sure.
the Punisher kills the Marvel Universe. What's much more lighthearted than this?
I know, right,
really
though?
Enjoyed that.
Yeah,
one.
this was like just evil without being evil.
Yeah.
I know, and it's just like, again, I mean, I get the idea of a world where everything that went wrong, but the fact that Ben's the only one who came out all right.
Yeah, right, though?
And that's the biggest irony. He would normally become the Thing. Here, he just has to live with guilt, but at least he's not mutated or anything.
Right. He escaped his full fate. Yeah.
I know, but again, it's just like, and again, Peter, oh boy.
Yeah,
I
that was
thought
terrible.
I thought that was cool, but like done, shoehorned in.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
it just terribly done.
Yeah.
Again,
like
having Peter be responsible for him dying makes sense.
Right, but still, for
Yeah.
it to just happen like that it didn't make sense, you know?
Oh, no,
like-
it didn't. And again, the fact that just like Mystique, why stop taking the pills if it's keeping you alive?
Right. Like, how do you forget to take the thing that is keeping you alive? It just
I mean,
makes no
I know
sense.
there's hyper focusing on the book. I get that, but come on.
Right.
They just wanted to kill him.
Yeah, it's like they
Now,
just
if that was
wanted
a
to-
case where his pills were no longer effective, that would have been better.
Yeah, I mean that would have made sense.
That would have
At
been
least that would have
trash.
actually made sense.
If that one line was there, if they said instead of having it be he ran out of his pills, he said, "Wait, I just took one. Why isn't it working?" then this
Right.
ending would have been more tragic.
Definitely. It would have
Would you agree?
actually
Just
been
change
much
the
better.
dialogue.
Yeah,
Change the
just
dialogue,
change
keep the
writing a little
artwork.
bit.
Yeah, keep the artwork, everything here. Change that little bit of dialogue. This would have been a much more tragic ending. That the
Right.
pill stopped working, but because it was his own idiocy to not get new pills,
Right.
it
Exactly.
loses the
like,
tragedy. It's just a farce.
yeah, that's just the dumbest way to die ever.
Yeah,
Forgetting
again,
to take your
one
medicine.
line.
Right. One line. The thing's not working anymore. Like I've done it for too long, or I should have died long ago, and now the medicine's not working. Like anything like that.
Or even if it shocks him, like, wait, I just took my pill.
Right. Why isn't it working? Right.
Or like looking for it.
Yeah.
And
can't find it.
Or you left it on the plane, or you left it on the train.
Right.
Something. Or like puts his hand on it and goes to get it and dies.
Right.
In fact, if he left it on the train, then he couldn't get a refill. Then he would have been fucked.
Yes.
Because you can't. Because that would have meant he still had enough in the bottle. You can't get a refill for medication like that. So
Right.
So then he would have been screwed. That would have made sense.
Right. He would have been.
Either one of those would have made more sense than, oh, I'm out. I'll go to the pharmacy later.
Right, because then it's like you know that you're playing with your life, and there's no reason to fucking just die because you forgot to take your medicine or you
exactly.
stopped.
Again, yeah, those other two would, and that would have fit more with the world.
Yeah.
Oh,
this horrible world.
For sure.
Having it be that than his own stupidity.
Yeah, that's just.
But again, this is hands down 2 out of 10, and that's for the original artist salvaging it. But everything else, this is the worst thing I think we've ever covered.
Yeah, for sure.
Act of God wasn't even this bad.
No, like literally nothing was this bad so far. Nothing. There hasn't been a single thing that we've done that was worse than this.
And I don't think there's ever will be.
This is like a 1 for me, bro.
Yeah.
And it's only a 1 because of the artwork or the original artist, right?
Right, and exactly. It's only a 1 because
0 for
one
story.
of the artists, right, one of the artists was able to actually do good and salvage what it was and showed some good story. And it's like, it sucks because it is a really good premise, and like for it to not be flushed out by professional fucking writers and artists,
like Warren Ellis. Warren Ellis, he's a great writer. And so why did he do this?
Right, like why didn't you do better, dude? Like you had an opportunity with a very big name and a bunch of other big names, and you just fumbled the bag, dude.
Yeah, but now you can see why people were, when I brought up offered you two to go over, they were like, "Dude, why are you doing that?"
Right, it's torture. You know, like for people that don't know, it's torture.
It was. Would you say this was torture, or would you say I went through it fast enough that it wasn't that torturous?
No, it was good. You went through it at a good clip. We didn't have to suffer too much.
Yeah.
It was just a terrible book.
Yeah, hands down. Yeah.
Right.
Doc's the beginning. Give me more of your thoughts on this stuff.
I really like to go over bad stuff. This was terrible. The Punisher one I really, really enjoyed actually. And then it just all went downhill because the story was just janky. Like this last one just made no sense. Like some of the art was really cool, some of the concepts were really cool, but
like the Hulk. Hulk was probably the most interesting one because that makes some kind of dark, twisted sense.
Right.
Yeah.
But all the others, Cap being a cannibal, things like that, make 0 sense. Out of all of them, Hulk, I would say, and Spidey to a degree, but Hulk especially made sense because this whole, normally if you got hit by a gamma bomb, that would happen.
Oh, for sure.
Their intention was to ruin, and that's what they did.
Yep. Well, thank you two for joining in. Sorry I had to torture you with that last one, but hey, I had to cover it at some point.
Right. At least it was us and not someone who already knew how bad it was.
And we'll see you all guys on the next one. Take care.
All right. Thanks for having us. Bye.